Hey there, Jack here, the head educator at Rax, and on today's lesson, we're going to be going over the 4 digital skills that can easily replace your 9-to-5 income. Now, the first thing we want to be asking ourselves is, why do you want to replace your income? Okay, because obviously, replacing it's a big kind of step in your life. Maybe you can just do something on the side. Like maybe what you're about to learn in this video, you can use this on the side of what you're currently doing. We want to figure out exactly what your goals are for the future first. Now, we're not going to do that in this video. We've got other videos that go over that. But that's what you want to be thinking, because it's very easy to be at a job, hate your job, and to just have that initial reaction of like, oh, I just want to do something else so I can get the heck out of here. But we really want to ask ourselves, like, do you want that? Or would you just rather get a better job? Or just like upgrade into a different career? Maybe like the line of work you're in right now is what's causing you that pain and that frustration. Maybe you don't need to replace your income and start your own business or your side hustle. Okay, so ask yourself, like, why do you want to replace your income? Now, most of the time though, why we suggest you aim for that long term, because you know your goal is probably no doubt the same as my goals. Like, you want to be able to live free. You want to be able to have enough money to cover all your own expenses. You don't want a boss. You don't want to have to really go anywhere. You want to be in full control of your life. Now, you can do that somewhat having a job. Like, you might do remote work. So you might have a job full time, but you might live and do it remotely. You can work from home, sort of thing. You might be able to do it just from your side hustle that's turned into a full-time hustle. Anyway, so what are the best reasons, the main reasons why we want to replace our job, your income? Freedom of time, not being tied to a boss or a 9-to-5 schedule. Having more money because your current job doesn't pay you enough to cover the goals you've got, the bills, and your lifestyle. Security, wanting a backup or safety net if the job you've got disappears. Flexibility, ability to work from anywhere. Okay, you can work from home, you can work while you're traveling, you can work from different countries. All right, passion. You want to build something that you're passionate about, that you truly enjoy. Spend your time working on something you truly enjoy. Before we built Rax, what you're in right now, this is our education channel on YouTube, but this whole brand, this whole platform, Rax, we were doing something prior to this for about nearly 1.5 to 2 years, and it was good, but it wasn't satisfying. Like, we weren't passionate about it. It wasn't something that we woke up and thought, I can't wait to talk about it, I can't wait to make content about it, I can't wait to just put it out everywhere. Like, I just want to be known as that. Okay, and until I started building Rax, what it is now, this is where my passion is, helping you, trying to show you that someone like yourself from the position you're in right now can get out of that. You've just got to learn better skills. Skills tied to your value, and I want to help you, inside of Rax, we want to help you learn better skills there. So I understand, even though I come from day job world, and then I got into building my own businesses, even in the businesses I built, I still can be in the exact same position you're in right now with all these exact same things. It's not something I was passionate about, and so on there. Even family, more time with your kids, your partner, and your loved ones. Okay, normally if you've got a day job, you kind of have to be away from everyone, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But you might want to spend more time with your family. Okay, you might want to be at home with your partner more. You might want to just spend more of your time with them, and that's totally fine. Okay, but normally like the day job you're in or what you're currently doing doesn't allow that, right? Now, health and stress, escaping burnout, the commute, or toxic work environments. As you get older, your risk of getting closer to like strokes, heart attacks increases the more stress you have. Okay, and then the less you're eating, the less sleep you have. All of these things long term can lead to detrimental health destruction. Okay, especially if you're not eating clean, if you're not exercising, if you're not fit. These things will come back to bite you later on in life. And one of the worst things where it all stems from is having a job that you don't like. All right, I know I keep talking about myself here, but before I started, you're watching video number 2 on our YouTube channel right now. Only 2-3 weeks ago, I was still doing the other thing, and I wasn't there with my wife at all. I was, hardly eating, I was hardly sleeping, I was constantly stressed all the time. I could not stop thinking. I didn't have moments where I could just sit and be like, cool. Well, I wonder what life's got in store for me today. What can I do? It was just always thinking about these freaking clients. So the same with you. You might, maybe you're not stressing about work necessarily, But when you get there, you might be around people that are just no good. Okay, and the work that you're doing, you might be copping it from your boss. You might just get there and it might just be soul sucking where you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like, if those are the feelings as well, totally understand. And that's one of the main reasons, more than anything else, why you should consider trying to get out of there and do something else. Like, money is cool, but who cares? Your happiness, your safety, I'm sure you'd rather wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I just feel happy. I feel good about what I'm doing, even if I don't make as much money as I would if I had to deal with all the stress. I can assure you from experience, you would much rather just go the happiness route. And now, legacy and impact, building something of your own instead of like, you're not necessarily making someone else rich, because a lot of the businesses, they don't know how to run their business. They're not really like doing that well. You're just, an employee in the business. So it's not necessarily you're making them rich, but it's that every day, this is how I like to look at it. Every day, everything you do, every action, every input is for someone else, not for you. Okay? Picture if you've got a sculpture, right? Or you're building something out of Lego, right? We all know what Lego is. You're building this big structure, okay? A freaking building of Lego. And then you've got someone else, some random person, they're building one too. What you currently do right now, okay, is you don't build yours, you go over to them. You go over to them and you help them build their building. And then you come back at the end of the day and you look at yours and you go, oh, I haven't even started mine. And then you walk over there and you put a couple blocks in, and then you go back and you help the other person. And then you sit there and their one's getting all built and big after a year and your one's still down here. That's what's happening right now. The less time that you put into your own stuff and more into someone else's, not necessarily just making them rich, sometimes you are, but you're lacking your own thing, okay? And 5 years will go by like that. And you'll look back and be like, oh, I wish I just started back then. Even me with this right now, I went from making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year down to nothing. Okay, I was stressed, I hated it, and now I'm back down to zero. I'm, making my Instagram content, I'm making YouTube content, I'm starting a podcast now. Like, I'm just like, how can I get this information out to as many people as possible? How can I get my head everywhere? Not necessarily my head, but Rax, the brand. How can I get it everywhere to make the biggest impact that I possibly can? No matter where you go, you're going to see Rax, and you're going to know that we can help you. Okay, but I'm starting from zero. All right, like no clients, no members, no consistent income, no nothing. I'm back at zero, the same thing as well. But I know that every day now when I wake up and I work on it and I add something like this video is a little Lego block to my little structure. Okay, it's for me. And so that in 5 years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm building bigger and bigger. And as I do that, like, the brand's going to get bigger. I'm going to make, more impact to the world there. But the less I do that, the less mine's going to build. So the same thing with you. You might be putting way too much of your time, effort, money, resource, everything into someone else. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you need to survive, you need to live, but you're lacking putting anything on your own. So you're running out of time, literally. Now, the first thing we want to think about here, all right, when we think, how can we replace our day job wage, match it and or replace it, is what is your wage? So how much money are you making right now? $1,000 a week, $1,200 a week, $2,000 a week. Now we want to think, right? I'm not asking you to figure this out because you're probably not going to have any idea. What can you sell and how many of that thing to make your weekly figure? So if you're making $1,000 a week, what can you sell and how many of to make $1,000 a week? Do you want to sell one thing once a week to match that? Or do you want to sell 5 $200 things every week? Okay? So again, this is where I'm not telling you right now to figure it out, because obviously you're not going to have any idea. But I'm telling you to understand the analogy, understand the mechanics of it. Because we don't just say, I want to match my wage doing something else, blah, blah, blah. We want to actually know what that looks like. So if you make $2,000 a week and then you say, I want to match my wage, cool. So you want to make $2,000 a week doing something that's not your job. Okay, something that gets you a better job that makes you $2,000 a week. Or something that you can learn and get your own clients that and charge whatever, how many of, what are you selling, what's the price, how many of, to make $2,000 a week. This is the first step of the process. Like for me, right, I've got goals. I say, I want racks and what we're doing to generate this amount of income a year. So, and I shoot way higher than what I believe we can do. Because if there's a real tacky saying, if you aim for the moon and you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. So, if you aim for $5,000 a week, even if you make $2,000 a week, which is nowhere near $5,000, but it's no doubt a lot further ahead than your current $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I've got this figure that's really, really big for this whole racks thing that I want to do. And now I don't just go, cool, I'm starting racks and, we're going to do this and I'm going to grow it to this figure. And if we get there, awesome. That's not what I do. I go, okay, cool. So even before that, I'm not going to go into mad detail here, maybe just a little bit. I'll think like, all right, what's a product or service that I can start with the experience, knowledge, expertise that I've got, my capabilities? What can I do that can serve the most broadest market in the world possible, where people from all ages can join? What's that problem that I can solve? What's that product or service I can create that, a 18-year-old girl can buy or join or take, or a 45-year-old male can buy, and anyone in between? What can I create there that caters for all of them? Okay, then I have that figure. So I think, what's the, here's the figure I've got to start with. I want to make this a year. Why? Because in there, it allows me to afford my dream life. Here's my dream life things. I have this car. My wife has this car. We live here. We travel here. We do this. We do that. That's my dream life. Cool. How much money do I need for that? Cool. I'll double it. Cool. So I need to make double the dream life figure. All right. That's that figure. Now, everything I just said, what can I create with my expertise, blah, 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 that will allow me to get to that figure there? Conceptualize racks. Cool. Now, how can I charge? What can we charge our services at? What's the price point we can do? What's affordable, makes sense, isn't, it's good for the value, for what you invest. The value you get in return is always better for you. How can I conceptualize that? Then I create that. Okay, cool. How many do I need to sell? All right, I need to sell X amount of that to hit that. Cool. How do I get the clients now? All right, I can run paid ads. I can make content. I can make YouTube videos and so on. And here we are. Right? So the exact same thing, but you want to break it down like that. It's an analogy, step by step, work in reverse. So why digital skills though? For you, not just me. I already know all these skills, but why are we so, hardcore on why you should learn digital skills? Because digital skills are the ultimate income replacement, because they give you what your current job never will. Freedom, control, and future-proof security. So when we say freedom's like the freedom to do whatever you want because you've got the skills to go out and get better jobs, to get the pay that you want, to get your own clients. Control, you're the boss. You can go to businesses and you say, hey, I've got these skills that can make you more money. Here's what I want in return. Okay, or you get your own clients. So yeah, like you might have a boss at your job, which you do, but still you're in control because you've got that confidence, and if it doesn't go the way you want, it's simple for you to go out and start applying for other jobs or finding clients. And future-proof security, which is those two things tied into one. Because moving forward, say where you work right now, if you got fired or the business collapsed, you might be like, okay, crap, what do I do? Like, where do I go? What do I learn? You're stuck. Whereas when you've got these skills and everything goes, pear-shaped, the business goes down or they fire you for whatever reason, as an example, you can simply just be like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll just start applying for here because you know how to apply better than everyone else. You know how to go and, approach businesses and create the opportunities for yourself. So you're always in control. That's like with me. I don't mind right now that, I'm starting from the bottom and Rax is just beginning. and we don't have any, members coming in consistently yet, because I know at any moment, if everything goes to crap for me, I know that I can just start reaching out to people and taking them on as clients for websites, for ads management, like all the things are digital skills. That's what gives me security to be able to sit here and be like, I don't mind if, I go zero and I need to, quickly scatter and find clients, because I know what I'm doing. Okay, so these are the skills, the type of security and confidence that like we're trying to, teach you here. Now, you don't need a degree, years of training, or a mountain of debt like they would at university. Okay, with just a laptop and Wi-Fi, you can start learning the skills. That's step number one, learning the skills that are massively in demand right now. Skills that businesses everywhere are desperate to pay for. Now, you're not jumping in. What a lot of people do is they jump into some product like an e-commerce business, and they make the product and they have no idea if there's any demand. They have no idea if people are going to buy it, and often no one buys it. So there's no demand. They're not creating something and then going, okay, well, there's the demand, I'll create something for the demand. They just go, I'm going to create something, hopefully there's a demand. Does that make sense? Do you see now how silly that is? Whereas with digital skills, there's always a demand. And who is the demand? Businesses. Okay, you can use your skills to create things like I'm doing right now if you want. But businesses always need people that have digital skills. And that's where the demand is. And the business owners, they're the ones with the money. They're the ones that you can say, I'm going to charge you $2,000, but in return of what I do for you, you're going to be able to make $5,000. Okay, so the same thing with us with Racks. It's like you join our platform as a client. We help you figure out what your dream life looks like. We help you learn the skills. We help you get the job and or start your own little online business as well. With the skills, we help you make more money. Okay, you invest in us and our services. In return, you make more money. Okay, so you see the value. It's not that, you come to us and I say, it's $50,000. If I can make you $100,000 and let's say $200,000 and it costs you $50,000, you'd be like, sweet, I'll go to the bank, I'll get 50 grand out. Because why? Because you can see I can make you more money. 4 times the amount that you're going to give me. That's how value is created. So that's why digital skills work so well, because businesses right now, they're either not online yet, they need to go online, or they are online and they don't know what they're doing, or they are online, they're going online, and they need people to help them online. Now, most people, they go do a silly university degree in marketing or social media. I don't even know what they do. Right? And they get their stupid piece of paper degree, maybe that's you, and then you go and approach a business, and the business is like, oh, we want someone with experience. Whereas someone like me, I can be kicking back, and I can show up and be like, here's websites I built, here's ads I've run, here's a business I built, here's what I can do for you. I know the job's, for $1,500 a week, but you pay me $2 grand a week. Let me, 1 month, if you don't like it, all good, we'll go our separate ways. But that's what, creating the value is. You have more value, the more skills you have. The more you learn, the more you earn. And going to a business, right now, businesses more than ever are moving online. There's kind of been different gold rushes. The first gold rush was businesses moving online, like building a website. And then the next one was getting social media. And now this one, the one that's coming up right now, is AI, artificial intelligence. Now there's businesses still trying to get online. Still trying to get a website, still trying to do social media. So do you understand how much demand there is? It's not just like I'm going to learn how to, do social media. It's like, nah, who's the businesses that we can go after? What else do they need? Now that you're like, cool, I want to go, businesses also need social media. They need this, they need that. How can you learn all of those skills? And then how can you now go and approach businesses? Because this is what gives you the ability to just, instead of waiting for a job, you can find a business that needs your help. And you show them how you help them, okay, and how much it costs you to hire you, how much you can make them, and then boom, they're going to say, okay, what business would say no? You want to have your pitch right and whatever. But that's why, learning digital skills is the best way for you to go out and replace your income right now. Now, the best part, your income isn't capped by your hours either. You can scale it, you can grow it, and you can take it with you anywhere in the world. While jobs, your normal day jobs come and go, digital skills set you up for a lifetime of opportunities. Now, digital skill number one that you can use to replace your 9-to-5 income is creating content and UGC. Okay, so you can charge anywhere per video from $100 to $5,000. Okay, I've got members. All right, so when I say we don't have any members, like I've got clients, we'll call them clients from other things that I've done, not necessarily in racks, and they make $3,000 a job. Now, that's just not one video, right? That's like a package of multiple videos. But why this works so well is because, again, like you're seeing now, understanding, businesses are going online, and what do they need? They need content. Not just any content, they need content that makes them look good on their Instagram and that they can use on their ads. So when the business owner is not going to know how to make content, and they don't want to learn how to make content, where you can come in, you can learn how to make content, okay? Or you can learn how to outsource the content. You can find people that know how to make content and you can use them. And then in return, you make videos for people, for these businesses. They use those videos to market and or for their ads to make more money. Okay, so there's an exploding demand right now because brands need fresh content daily for TikTok Reels and ads. There's a low barrier to entry. All you need is a phone, creativity, and no expensive gear. Okay, and also, like, if you're watching this right now and you're like, I'd never show my face on camera, I'd never, like, you need to just kind of shut up, to be honest. There's that many people that I used to do this stuff. I used to do UGC all the time for people, just to show you guys, which you're gonna, inside of racks, show you as evidence. I went and did it to make money, to prove to you that the whole system works inside of our, education platform there. But so, like, I didn't want to do that. But I make money doing it. You don't want to go to your day job right now, but you make bugger all money. You hate it, but you still go. So learning something like content, you might be thinking right now, like, oh, it's not something that I want to do. And it's fine. There's a gazillion other different skills. But in order to, like, if the goal is how can I replace my income as quickly as possible, creating content and UGC is one of the easiest ways to learn. Okay? Fast paying, brands pay per video, often anywhere from $100 to $5,000 for simple clips. Okay, scalable. You can stack multiple brand deals and clients without extra hours. I'd get paid $1,000 and it would take me about 2 hours to film the content and edit the content. And most of the time I paid an editor to edit the content. The people you're seeing here in these videos, I got them to make these videos, and then my video editor edited the videos. And then these people, okay, brands and businesses I'd work with, they paid me money. So I acted as a bit of like a little middleman there. And I didn't even have to do it with my face at all. So there's that opportunity as well. Portable income. You can work from home, a cafe, and or while traveling. Imagine being able to travel, okay, and then connect with brands and businesses and take their products with you. Say I'm traveling to Europe this year, and you're a girl, you approach a bikini brand, and you say, I can get some content for you while I'm away, blah, blah, blah. All right, creative freedom. Get paid to make fun, authentic content. Once you get out of that shell of being like, I don't want to be on the camera, blah, 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 okay, you can start having fun because you can set yourself up with the, couple lights, your tripod, your mic, and you get to like full creativity, like create cool content and get paid hundreds or thousands of dollars for it. Now, if I said to you, would you rather work your normal job right now, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, get paid $1,000, or spend one full day making content for brands and get paid $1,000 per client, and you might be able to do like 3 to 4 different brands in one day, like 4K in one day, and then you spend the rest of your week doing whatever you want. Which one would you rather? Are you still saying, oh, I don't want to be on the camera, blah, blah, blah? If that's you, this whole world, you're not truly committed to like getting out and making money. If you're like, oh, nah, you're being picky, but you hate where you are, what you're doing, and you're being picky to get to where you want to be, you should just be like, what do I got to do? I'll do anything. You think I like making these YouTube videos for racks, but I've got to make this YouTube video. I've got to edit it all myself. I've got to make a podcast. I've got to figure out how to do all of that myself. I've got to make more Instagram content myself. I need to make Rax profile content myself. I have to start building this other platform inside of Rax myself. I like doing it, like I'm passionate about it because I'm thinking long term, like, but like, do I sit there and think like, oh, no, I gotta do what I gotta do to get to where I want to be. That's the mindset you gotta be in. Now, skill number 2, basic website building. You can charge anywhere from about $1,000 to $10,000. These websites you're seeing here, there's about 3. I built them myself. Now, the thing is, I did not fully build them myself. I outsourced it to offshore contractors to build. Okay? I come up with the scope. I get the info. I pass it to the outsourced contractor. They build it. I just act as a little middleman. Okay, so learning how to build basic websites has never been easier because with today's tools, you don't even need to code or be techie. Everything's drag and dropped. And AI does most of the heavy lifting for you as well. The demand is also massive with websites because every business, from local cafes to global brands, need to move online now more than ever. Okay, the businesses that have the shop fronts, they're all dying. The businesses that are online, they're all thriving. To get online, you need a website. Okay, now here's the kicker. You don't even have to do all of the work yourself, like I just said. Once you know how to sell and set yourself up a site, you can outsource the actual build for a fraction of the price and you keep all the profit in the middle. That means you're not just learning a skill, you're creating a business model that can literally replace your 9-to-5 income fast. So you can learn, I would suggest you learn, okay, like actually learn how the platforms work because they're all just like drag and drop AI platform builders, things like WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, Shopify. They're really easy to learn and to figure out. And you can charge thousands of dollars to businesses. Okay, you don't need to be some big professional website developer. Because not even me, I'm not going to go to a big, professional looking website. I'd rather find the local girl down the road that's building Shopify websites and pay her, $1,000, $2,000 to build my website because I know she's going to dedicate her whole entire life for those weeks on my website and give it everything. Whereas the big professional websites, they charge 10, 20K for a website. They outsource most of it and they've got a gazillion other clients on board. So if you're thinking, why would someone come to you and get a website made from you? That's why. There is a time and place for the big professional developer websites, whatever. But there's more opportunity for people like you. The local business doesn't want to work with them. They want to work with you. They want to work one-on-one with you. So learning these basic skills on building websites, which might take you like a couple of weeks to figure out enough where you can charge that money, which is nothing, is one of the best skills that you can learn in order to start, thinking about ways that you can replace your income. If you had, let's say you charge $2,000 for a website, you only really need 2 websites a month to match your current job if you're only making $1,000 a week. 2 websites a month, that's it. And if you're thinking, well, who do I reach out to? You go and find the businesses that don't have websites. And then you approach them with a good script and a good pitch and whatever. Like we help you with all that inside of Rax if you do one day decide to join. You approach them and show them what they can benefit from a website. How it can help them make more money. How it help them can show up more so people contact them more. Okay, that's the benefit of a website there and how you get the website's clients. Now, like I said here's the kicker. You want to learn like basic website kind of building at a basic level. Because then what you can do is you can actually outsource people to build the website for you. So, the first website you're looking at here, I think it was like $3,000 or $4,000 that I charged my client there. But I built like probably half of it. And then like when I say half, I used a developer and the developer built most of the website, the back end, the structure, the layout. And then I just went in and changed all of the text and, put the photos where I want. So this one for me, I charged more because I was doing a lot more of the work. Okay, whereas the one on the side there, Zeba, that's a brand that my wife built there. I didn't, do anything there. We just gave that across. I know you can't see much there. We just gave that to a developer and the developer just built everything. And it cost me about, I think it was about $150 to pay the developer. Okay. So now if you're realizing that, right? Now, the website in the middle, I paid the developer about $1,000 because the website's much more extravagant on the back end for that specific client there. But what you can do is you can go to, these developers, pay them your, $100, $200, $300, whatever, and then you can get them to build the majority of the website, and then with your basic skills, you can kind of, build the other little bits and pieces, put the content that needs to be there, put the text and the wording, speak to the client of yours who's getting the website built, and if they want any changes, if they're not major, you can go in and do it. And now you can also offer ongoing services. So if they need any other maintenance work or whatever, you can say, cool, it's $100 per thing that we need to do. It's $100 an hour. If you need me to change anything, it's $100. Boom. Now you're making $100 an hour. And you can do it because you've got those basic skills and you've used a developer to build the majority of the website there. Makes sense? So this is skill number 2, one of the easiest ways one of the best digital skills you can learn to replace your current income. Now, skill number 3 is paid advertising. You can charge anywhere from about $800 to $3,000 a month. All right, so this is one of our clients here on the side when I had my agency. Far out now, I've got too many appointments to keep up with. Yesterday was so busy for me, blah, 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 right? We were getting her heaps of inquiries to her business. Now, why paid ads works so well is because you get consistent monthly retainers. Businesses pay anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 per month for ads management. Low time input. Once you've set the ads up, they mainly need monitoring and just only little small tweaks. So you just need to monitor them every couple of days. Maybe you tweak one thing here or there, but that's it. It's very rare that you go in and you've got to consistently build and change and do all these things. It's just set them all up and then just monitor them. Change little bits and pieces every couple of days. They're fast to learn because the ad platforms are user-friendly and the main focus is creating good ads now. Back in the day, you had to know what all the buttons did and the psychology of things and blah, blah, blah. These days, as long as you just got really good content and ads, the kind of platforms will do all of the heavy lifting for you, which now creates a synergy with your skill number 1, content creation. Okay, because it ties in directly to skill number 1. So to make good ads, you need good content. So now you can sell 2 packages at once. You can say, I'm going to run all your ads for you, but if you want me to also go ahead and create the content for you consistently as well, that's going to be an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. So now you can create these digital skill packages where you can say, I'm going to run your ads for you for $2,000 a month. That includes the ads management and all of the content as well. Any content that you need, I'm going to create. You don't have to worry about any of it. Or we need you to make the content and we'll manage the ads, and then you split the payment up. That's how you start creating more value and show that the packages that you want to charge at $2,000 a month is, more valuable and worth more. Now, they're in high demand because every business wants more customers and clients, and ads are the fastest way to get them. Like you watching this right now, when I first release these videos, no one watches them. There's 10 people. I don't mind though, because eventually one day lots of people will watch my videos. So this is a very slow, organic way for me to get attention and for me to get more people through racks. But it takes these early days of creating these videos that no one watches to one day in the future, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people might watch them, which then it starts bringing me in clients all the time. Ads, I can run ads right now and the ads, boom, will get in front of the right people, will get them clicking through and get them buying. Okay, so ads are the fastest way to get more clients and customers for businesses. And scalable income, you can run ads for multiple businesses at once without trading more hours. I still right now, okay, because I know these digital skills myself, I still have about 10 clients who I run their ads for them, right? And they pay me anywhere from $900 a month to about about $1,000 a month. So I'm still making that amount of money every single month. And all I do, 20 minutes in the morning, let's say half an hour. The second I open up my computer here, I log in, I go through all of their ads, I check on everything, I reply to their emails, reply to their DMs, do the little bits of admin, get out of there, all good, looks good, get back into my normal day. That's it, half an hour a day. Sometimes it might take me an hour if I have to onboard a new client, if I have to completely change up some people's ads, but that's it. So I can take on 10 clients a month at $800 to $1,000 a month. There's your 10 grand a month. Okay, just from this alone. I don't make content for any of them, but I could. I don't build websites for any of them, but I could. And then that's how you start adding on other skills that help you replace your current 9 to 5 income. Now, skill number 4, social media management. You can charge anywhere from about $1,000 a month to $3,000 a month. Learning social media management is one of the easiest and most in-demand skills to pick up right now. Every business owner knows that they need to be on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, but most don't have the time or the know-how to do it well, which is where we step in with our digital skills. Running accounts, posting content, and engaging with followers is fun, creative, and surprisingly really simple to learn. And the best part is businesses are willing to pay you anywhere from like $1,500, I'd say more $1,000, to $3,000 a month for someone to take this off their plate. So with just a few clients, you can quickly replace your 9 to 5 wage while working from your phone anywhere you want. Okay, we right now. Obviously, this page looks really, really good, but obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time to learn these creative skills to be able to create a good branded product page like this. So I'm just showing you that's what social media management is. Is like you're creating good content, you're strategizing, you're doing the content, you're posting. That's what it is. Okay, and it's one of the best skills that you can learn because, again, like the websites and the ads, more and more businesses need it. If they want to stand out right now, they need a website, they need to have themselves on social media, and they need to be running ads. If they're not doing those things, they're losing money. So you are able to come into them and say, I'm going to create this for you, which is going to save you this time, which is going to make you this extra much more money, which is going to get you this much more brand awareness, which generally equals more money as well. And in return, I charge this. Okay, and then that's how the business goes, okay, cool. Right? So that's how digital skills work. Now, what are the rest of the list? All right, there's not just 4. All right, there's lots more. So in this video here, we went over social media management, content creation in UGC, paid ads management, and basic website building. But there are a lot more high converting, high paying digital income skills that you can learn to replace your income, to upgrade your job career, and or to even start your own online business. Knowing these digital skills is what has allowed many of our existing clients over the course of, people we've worked with, even the few that have joined Racks already, the ability to start earning a second income and even turning it into their full-time income. So not only being able to replace their current job or stay in the job and do a little side hustle thing, but being able to, replace it. So not only being able to stay in their job and have a little side hustle thing, not only as well being able to upgrade what they currently do for work, but be creating second side hustle things that they can then turn into full-time. So you can see here, you can have a look. We've got multiple different people. One of them even a business owner. Actually, 2 of them a business owner. One of them was, just worked a normal job, but then on the side was making $1,000 while they were out partying with their friends. So that's the power of switching to digital skills. Knowing, trying to get into a digital career. Upgrading from what you're currently doing right now. Now, without any further ado, you can head over to our Racks website, take the free 1-minute assessment. There's about, 4 to 6 questions there. And then at the end of the assessment, you get access to our free masterclass training. So if you want to learn more about what those 4 skills are exactly, how to learn exactly what those skills, the actual skill, plus figure out exactly what the other digital skills are that can help you replace your 9 to 5 income and potentially start looking into that as well. Here at Racks, we're not just an education platform. We first figure out exactly what your dream life is. What does that look like? What are you doing? How much does that cost? And then we teach you the skills you need to give you the value that you can approach businesses or take on your own clients that pay you the money that will help you afford your dream life. Now we go a step further and we also help you find a job, apply and land a job. And then while you've got the job, we still are here as your support if you ever need it. Plus, we help you upgrade your job and or career, and or we help you land your very own clients as well. If you want to land your clients on the side or you want to do it full time, we do that as well. Our goal is to help you get to that dream life. Whatever if you want a better job, career, or take on your own clients, whatever that thing is, we create a personalized strategy and we help you figure that part out because we do whatever we need to do to get you to the dream life. All right, your specific dream life that you've got. So if you click on the bio in our YouTube description, this is only our second video, so we're not sure that, what point in the future it's going to allow us to have a link in the page. If the link isn't there, you can go to our Instagram page, which is just at Racks Platform, one word, and then click on the link. Or you can go to www.raxplatform.com/digital-skills. Okay, it's not here, but it'll be www.raxplatform.com/digital-skills. You'll be taken to this page here, which you can come down and have a little read through everything. This is what we do. This is the Rax, our website here. These are the skills that we teach you inside of the platform. All the things you get. Now, if you want to learn, you just click one of these buttons, and you take the free 45-second, roughly 45 seconds to a minute, the assessment. And then, you also get a free strategy plan as well that we're going to make. Take that, and then on the final page is where you can learn and start watching our free masterclass training. And then if you decide that Rax is a good service for you, if you'd like to start making moves, by all means, we would love to welcome you inside with open arms. So, but without any further ado, hit the link in the description and/or head to our website and take the free assessment, watch the masterclass, and we'll see you inside Rax.